Hi guys. Today we're going to be playing Call of Cthulhu, and we're going to be playing the scenario The Haunting. It's a classic scenario, and a lot of you may be familiar with it, but stick with us. It's always fun when we play these things. My name is Dan Vashkevich, and I'm going to be your GM for tonight. And we have 5 investigators, 5 lucky or unlucky souls that are going to be going into the Corbett house tonight. So who do we have?
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm playing Jack McCoy. He's a laborer, and I'll have you know that I am 40 luck, so about average lucky, I'd say.
All right. And who else?
I'm Nicole. I'm playing as Aurora, the researcher, and I don't have my character sheet up, so I don't know what my luck is.
Okay, next.
My name is Michael. I am playing Marceries, the boxer, and my luck is about the same, 40.
Okay.
I'm JD. I'll be playing the occultist tonight. Matthew, I'll be who needs luck when your parents have got the law firm.
All right. And lastly,
I am Philip, and I will be playing Maximus Roland Delafante, the dilettante.
all right.
Rich boy extraordinaire.
If we have time, I'll tell you a little bit about the Marshes. They're an interesting crew, especially the ones that this place is named after. So with that, with everyone here introduced, you have all been tasked by Marsh & Marsh. It is a law firm based out of Boston. They've been asked by a landlord to look into a house because something's going on there. The landlord, his name is Mr. Knott. He has asked for you to go in to examine this old house in central Boston known as the Corbett house. The former tenants, the Marcario family, were involved in a tragedy, and the owner wishes to understand what happened at the house, and they want to make sure that the matters are set straight. Mr. Knott's been unable to rent the house for some time, and he wants you to clear things up and restore its good name. So he's enlisted a local. He's enlisted someone with political pull as the dilettante because their name means something. He's enlisted an occultist because you never know what kind of crazy things happen inside that house. He brought in some muscle just to kind of keep things straight, and the researcher to kind of do some of the dirty work and looking up things and finding some stuff around the house, because you never know what's going to be in the house. Now, with that, he's offering to reimburse everyone for their time and their trouble. He gives you the keys, gives you the address, and provides you each with $25 in advance for pay. Once this is all cleared out, you're going to get an additional $50. Plus, once it's rented, 5% of that first year's rent. So that could change some folks' lives, especially with having a passive income coming in. Now, knowing your jobs, you will conduct some research beforehand, before you head to the house. And so we've got options here. We can go to check out the Boston Globe, head to the library, or head to the Hall of Records. Not everyone has to go to the same place. You guys can just go straight to the house if you want, or the neighborhood, if you will. Where would we like to go, and who would like to go where?
Yeah, so I got this notion that me and maybe someone else go into the neighborhood and just buy some drinks for some locals and get the scuttlebutt, right? Like someone around this place has got to have some rumors and hearsay. If someone of the more wealthy members of our party wants to come along with me and bankroll this lubrication expedition, let's call it, I'd certainly welcome their company.
Jack, that sounds just like something I want to do. I'll come with you.
Yeah, all right. Jack and Matt. That's about right. We'll hit the bar.
Okay. All right. So you guys are going to check out the neighborhood. What about Aurora and Marcaries and Maximus?
I would like to I think, find out more about the house, like if this is like the first time that this has happened.
Okay.
So I'm thinking maybe going to the Boston Globe and looking at newspaper articles over the past however many years, hundreds, centuries, whatever, since it was
Okay.
built.
Gotcha. All right. Marcarius and Maximus, what about you two?
I think I'll join you. I mean, all this research, not really my thing, but I want to see how many fights have been going around this building, see if anyone's been knocking a few heads together. So let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah, newspaper could find that out. And our dilettante, where would you like to go? What would you like to do?
Well, since he is an amateur at dabbling in the arts and sometimes in the occult, he's gonna go to the library, because he thinks he knows way more than everybody else.
Okay. Of course, he's better than everyone else, right?
Exactly.
All right. All right. So we're going to tackle the Boston Globe first. So the newspaper company, the Boston Globe has been established quite a long time ago, and it does have a very good reputation. Now, as you enter into the library, because that's Marcarius and Aurora heading in, you see that there is a reference office that's there, and a round man named Artie. You can tell his name is Artie because it's what it says on his nameplate at the desk, is rifling through a newspaper. He's actually looking through the New York Times. There's a bit of a scandal there, not reading the local paper, but maybe he wants to learn a little bit more. Picks his head up, looks at the two of you. Oh, you're a mountain. As he looks at Marcarius, who is a very large person.
Audie, you're an anthill. This is who we are. Okay. Listen, I don't know how to go about all this place, with the words and the pages and the paper and everything. So whatever she wants, I know you're gonna get it for her, right? It wasn't really a question. You're just gonna.
His eyes open up really wide. We're going to call for the first roll here. So there is an intimidate check. So if you find on your sheet, the character sheet is in alphabetical order.
Okay, yes.
All right. And for our viewers, we are going to have some folks rolling virtual dice. We're going to have some folks rolling real dice. So we're going to find out what Marcarius rolled.
I got a 22.
22. And what is your skill?
Intimidate is 70.
70. So he cowers quite a bit. Her? I'm going to, what? Sure. Okay. What do you need, ma'am?
I need everything you have on the Corbett house and on the Macario family.
The Corbett house. Okay. I don't know much about the Corbett, the Macarios. Yeah, that wasn't too long ago. Hold on. And he gets up and I would say he waddles toward the stacks of newspapers. He comes back with an article that is a few years old. I remember this. This was strange. Something wasn't right here. And when he drops the newspaper onto the desk, the smell of dust and a musty smell comes up from the paper. And he shows you an unpublished story because the print was never run. Now, it was written in 1916. It's currently 1926, so 10 years back, or 1918, excuse me. And it's 1926 now.
Why was the story never run?
So I think it had to do with one of the bosses not liking what was going on. The guy that lived there didn't didn't get on well with the editors.
How come?
I don't know.
Well, let's read this article then.
Do you want to read the article out loud? Or would you like me
Oh,
to?
do we have it somewhere? I mean, I guess I
Yes.
could read it out loud. Sure.
It should be listed as handout 2.
Is it in Discord?
No, it's going to be in the Roll20 there.
All right, let me go back there. Oh yeah, okay, here we go.
Was that there the whole time?
1918.
Sorry.
Was it there the whole time, actually?
No, not yet.
Okay. I was gonna say, because I was legit just staring at it. 1918 feature story, which was never published. It states that in 1880, a family of French immigrants moved into the house, but fled after a series of violent accidents left the parents dead and 3 children crippled. The house long stood vacant. In 1909, another family moved in and immediately fell prey to illnesses. In 1914, the oldest brother went mad and killed himself with a kitchen knife, and the heartbroken family moved out. In 1918, a third family, the Macarios, rented the house, but they left almost immediately after they all became ill at the same time. Oh, this doesn't sound good.
Does not bode well at all.
No. So do you know if anybody had any theories about what was going on? Like, was somebody doing this to them or trying to scare them? Or do people think that there's something else in the house?
He
Don't
looks
hold back.
He looks around and looks up at Macari's or Marceri, sorry. And I think it's haunted.
I mean, I'd be inclined to agree.
I really think it's haunted, but that's why nobody's there.
What do you mean haunted?
Like weird things that happens all over the city.
What else happens in the city?
This is Boston. We're one of the oldest cities in the United States. Weird stuff happens all the time in this town.
Anything as weird as what happens at this house?
Yeah, we could be here for a long time going through those.
Very true. Have there been any other houses or any other incidents where like a house like has this kind of history or a building has this kind of history here?
Yeah, give me a moment. He heads back toward the stacks, leaving you there looking at this article, and he starts collecting newspapers, a ton of newspapers. None of them are tied to this story, but he talks your ear for about another hour and a half, showing you other items that are of interest that are kind of like this, but nothing strikes identical to here. Don't forget, Boston's not far from Salem, and some of the fallout from Salem went into Boston.
Yeah, so we have officially entered Creep Town. Awesome.
So we're going to screen wipe over to Maximus. Maximus, you entered into the Central Library in Boston, Massachusetts. It is a beautiful building with pillars and lions out front. There are desks with tiny green lights for studying and stacks upon stacks of material. Usually, it's a good idea to hit up a reference librarian to kind of figure out where you need to go or what you need to find.
Maximus is going to waste time thinking he knows all about the Dewey Decimal System, the libraries, and anything, and already knows what he's looking for. So he's going to go try to look for himself first.
Okay, go ahead and give me a library use roll.
All right. There's a library use roll?
Yes.
Oh my lord. All right.
This game rewards or punishes you for academia.
One of my favorite skills in any game. Can you use a library?
It is a skill, and it's also a muscle. You need to exercise because stuff changes a lot.
Where the heck? Oh, that's why. Okay. Library use. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. The language? Interesting.
No, it's not a language. The language is not the things that are listed as categories are not categories per se with the items directly beneath them.
Oh, okay. Oh,
It's just the
Fine.
format of the sheet.
That would be a 5.
0.5. Okay. As a matter of fact, you do know more than everybody else. You don't waste time. You find what you need from 0 to 1. 0.1 to 0.5 is considered a critical success.
Shoot.
Within the first hour, you're able to find a few items. We're going to say that you find 4 items in total concerning the house. The first one is about who owned the house and when it was built. Looks like it was built in 1835. So that just popped up. If you want to go ahead and read that out to folks.
Right. In 1835, a prosperous merchant builds the house, but immediately falls ill and sells it to a Mr. Walter Corbett, Esquire.
That leads you to research Walter Corbett, Esquire. And you find this as an article.
In 1852, Walter Corbett is sued by neighbors who petitioned to force him to leave the area in consequence of his serious habits and unauspicious demeanor. Auspicious.
Okay. So there was a lawsuit. And so you're able to find out information concerning that lawsuit.
Is it public records?
Within public records.
Sweet. All right. Evidently, Corbett wins the lawsuit. His obituary in 1866 states that he still lived in the same place. It also states that a second lawsuit was being waged to prevent Corbett from being buried in his basement as provided by his will.
A bit strange. And that second lawsuit, you're not able to find anything. There is no judgment has been recorded for that. It just remains open.
Is there a way to find his will? Or is that something I wouldn't be able to find?
You might be able to go to hire to, say the courts and see if you could locate that. That is a possibility.
Okay. I'm gonna do that and also look out for a real estate firm. Try and see
Okay.
if I can take this property for myself.
So as you're heading out of the hall or heading out of the library, you see Aurora and Marceries kind of walking back as they spent the day. It looks like they might have a copy of a newspaper there in hand, and you've got some information. So the three of you meet up serendipitously, or as a GM calls it, railroading, but we're not going to call it railroading, but it puts the three of you together. We're going to screen wipe to the other two that are going to be going to the local office, or not the local office, but to the neighborhood.
Yeah. We're gonna go to the local office at the bar, whatever drinking establishment. We're gonna do some business.
Okay.
As far as our bucks will take us.
So you find they're not too far from where the house is at. There is a small pub called O'Connor's Pub. And there's some workers that are there, and they're having a nice time after their shifts have ended. And it's not a raucous place, but it seems kind of relaxed. It's a neighborhood bar.
Yeah, we'll settle down at the bar with some locals. I don't know. Do you have a play here, Matt Marsh?
Actually, I just wanted to say, so I just wanted to finish up as we're coming in. We could sit wherever you want, but I was just closing up with you to show you that's how I'm going to get back, get some money from Dad, get back on that ship, and get back to those beautiful women, as I get down back south again.
Yeah, whatever you say, Matt. Them southern women, whatever floats your boat.
That's right. That's right.
As they say. Hey everyone, I want you to meet my bud Matt Marsh. He's gonna be a rich man one day.
Hey, everybody knows me around here. Obviously, say it louder. Everybody didn't even turn it around.
So Matt, go ahead and give me a credit rating roll.
My other favorite skill that exists.
Credit rating is how well you are regarded socially. It plays differently. What is your skill level first off?
Let me pull that up. Credit rating 10.
It's a 10.
And I just rolled a 35.
A 35. So you did not succeed on the credit rating roll. Now, with a credit rating of 10, you don't have a lot of money yourself, a lot of credit rating or clout or pull. In some areas that works. If you're dealing with folks that are 20 and below, they are going to regard you as one of them. But unfortunately, your last name of Marsh causes them to kind of look, and they're like, he's a Marsh, huh? He doesn't have that look.
Well, what look? What look are you talking about? What is this?
That's okay, Jack. I get this all the time. It's part of the reason why I'm gone all the time. You don't become a lawyer like your dad, and everybody knows everything. You know what I mean? Everybody's a lawyer.
Are you telling me that my friend's too pretty to be a lawyer? Is that what this is? He doesn't have that look?
Look, it's right
Look
here.
at that face.
Come on.
Look at that mug.
Look.
You're right. He's ugly. He's real ugly.
See, I can't wait to get back on the damn ship.
Whew.
Why don't you take lead? I'll soak in behind you. I got first rounds on me. Sorry for the entrance.
Yeah, there we go. First round's on you. That's what we're talking about. I'll buddy up with some of the workers, and rough day. What is this?
And most of them, some of them recognize you, and they're like, "Hey, Jack, how's it going?"
Hey,
Yeah, it's been a normal day. Not too bad.
Yeah, another day, another dime. Listen, what do you know about this Corbett house down the street?
With that, a bunch of them take their glasses of beer, pick them up, and walk away.
God, I promise I showered, Jack. I mean, it's not me today, is it?
The bartender comes over. He goes, "You're asking about the Corbett house, huh?"
Yeah, I'm asking about the Corbett house, but apparently that's not popular around these parts.
No, it's not.
What, did he eat someone?
Oof, kid, you don't know. You just don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah, clearly I don't know. What is this?
So
it's a house.
Hey, Jack, you told me these were good people. What's going on in here?
Yeah, I'm starting to think that I'm not.
Give me a persuade check. Persuade roll, Jack.
I'll try.
Or actually, so there are four social skills in Call of Cthulhu. There is charm, fast talk, persuade, and intimidate. You could make arguments for other skills being social skills and communicating skills, like firearms. That's like aggressive negotiations, or archaeology. Depending on the right circumstance, you might be able to utilize that. But in most situations, it's one of those four skills.
I would love for this to be charm, if that's a possibility.
Okay, we can use charm. We'll say that you kind of crank up the charm.
Hey, listen, it's me. You know me.
All right. And what did you roll?
Too many tabs open. I rolled a 54 out of 40.
Okay. Kind of puts his head down. Goes, "Look, Jack, you don't want to be asking about that place. It's no good. You know, it's bitter earth, man. It's not, kid. It's just not a good place.
You know what? If you don't mind, Jack, even though I heard that it's not this good place and everything like that, I heard that there's some spooky stuff going on. And at that period of time, after having maybe taken one of our drinks, there's maybe still a small shot glass on the table. Flip it upside down, and I kind of start putting my hands over it a little bit and start trying to move it a little bit as far as to show. I heard there's some pretty spooky stuff going on over there. I mean, at least that's got to be worth talking about over another one. How about a shot, all three of us here? Let's hear about a spooky story.
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand roll. Let's see if you can get that to move with your magic.
Sleight of hand. Rolled a 45 and I'm a 61 on my character sheet.
Okay. Dooley, the bartender, does the sign of the cross on himself, and yeah, that's some spooky shit right there. Yeah. Yeah. Don't do that again. I'll get you a drink. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more.
So why are you going to that? Jack, don't do that. I mean, you got the other jobs, right?
Yeah, this is a big payout. What's a house gonna do to me?
Good point.
Well, what's it gonna do? Fall on me?
So
This one.
I don't think so, but you really want to know what's going on there?
Yeah. You got some scuttlebutt. I mean,
Yeah.
we got to hear it, right?
Yeah. It's safe with us. You know us.
He kind of looks at you, kind of cross, gives you a bit of a side glance. He doesn't really trust you at all. He's a little scared of you. So the Macarios come in here, good family. They bought the house they moved into the house a few years back, and all of a sudden, Mr. Macario, he's got an accident and something goes not so right, upstairs, and he's out in Roxbury now, out in the sanitarium. He was talking about something with burning eyes, eyes on fire. He came in here one day talking about eyes on fire. I told him, get the hell out, take your shine box and go post up, go elsewhere, but not so much. But yeah, so the missus put him up in the sanitarium, and then a little bit ago she kind of lost it too, and I heard that she stabbed somebody. Good thing though, God bless the kids. The kids are away. I think the kids are down in Baltimore, Maryland, or somewhere. But
I know, right? Interesting. So
Wow.
there's a bit of a loony bin in the family, but
Yeah.
well, we don't talk about them like that. But they've had their share. But they were nice. But it's been that house, man. I wouldn't go in there. Maybe
right.
take this guy. Leave him there overnight.
I can't remember. I mean, wasn't there someone else working there for them? Was there somebody dropping off packages? Somebody that was in the house all the time with them, maybe giving them boxes, interacting with them. Somebody sick in the house. I couldn't remember. Who was that?
Not that I know of. They didn't have that kind of money to have anybody working with them.
Could have swore, Jack. I could have swore there was somebody in the house that was always dropping things off. Are you sure? Nothing going on in the house that you haven't told us?
No, no, that's it. And he pours your shots, and he heads off to I got to take care of these for the regulars. But
Yeah. Hey, thanks for filling us in.
Yeah.
You're a good guy,
yeah.
I don't care what anyone says in this place. You're the best bartender they got.
I'm the only bartender.
Yeah, exactly. We'll catch you later.
Yeah.
And he hobbles off. All right. So Marcari's, Aurora, and Maximus. The three of you are kind of heading off. Maximus, are you going to tell them about where you're heading? I would like it if you do.
Yeah. Yeah, of course I tell them. I'll leave out the part about the real estate agent.
Okay. All right. So you head to the Hall of Records, and kind of is a little bit more stuffy in this place. And who actually the three of you, if you want, can all give me a library use roll when you get there. The librarians there are pretty helpful, so they're going to help out with your role as well. Michael, I think you're on mute.
Is there like some advantage or something that we roll?
Yes, so we're going to talk about advantage. How advantage works in Call of Cthulhu Second Edition. Aurora, ooh, you rolled 100.
What?
Ooh.
My library use is a 75, but if we have like advantage or whatever, then I didn't roll with advantage.
That's okay.
at all.
No, that's all right. What I'd like you to
Okay.
do on the left-hand side, there is the dice function, like the little white bar. I'd like for you to roll a 1d10. And this is going to take the place of your tens number. So what you do is you would roll 3 dice here, 2 for your tens and 1s for your 1s. And with advantage, you'll take the lowest dice. So that
so we
turns your
roll-
100 into a 20.
Ooh.
Okay,
Okay, so we
that's
roll.
good though, right? So
That's
I
very
won it.
good. Yes.
So we roll 2 tens dice.
Yes. 2 tens dice.
Okay, got it. Okay. I have a 50 and a 40, then a 7.
Okay.
So-
So 57 or 47.
47, which is higher than my library use of 45.
Okay.
My lowest was 29 and my library skill is 20.
Okay. So the two of you got awfully close, but Aurora was the one to find the information about the will. The last will and testament seems to be pretty weird in general. It asks that he be buried in the basement of his property, but it does show that there is an executor to the will. And with that, there we go. You guys should see that as well.
Yeah, I can read it. Civil court records show that the executor of Walter Corbett's will was Reverend Michael Thomas, pastor of the Chapel of Contemplation and Church of Our Lord Granter of Secrets. The Register of Churches, also available in the Hall of Records, notes the closure of the Chapel of Contemplation in 1912. What else happened in 1912?
Lots of fun stuff, but now we've got a thread of the Church of Contemplation, or the Chapel of Contemplation.
Hmm.
We should probably look that up too.
Is Reverend Michael Thomas still alive?
About to ask the same question. Where's this Reverend?
I like the way you think, Boxer.
So we go to the church and find out.
Sounds like a good plan. Go see if anybody's there. So, are you guys going to then head out to the church itself? You have the address.
Yeah, that sounds like the right.
I don't know what
Cool.
happened.
The address is not far away from the Corbett house itself. So it's a nice spring day here in Boston, Massachusetts. So it's a, lovely day. Go out for a jaunt and a walk. As you're heading out, following the address or trying to find out where this is located, since we don't have GPS or Google Maps or any of that good stuff, it takes a bit of time. But you come across the other two folks that were working. They're walking out of a bar named O'Connor's Pub. You see that Jack and Matthew are there. Hey, that's serendipitous coincidence or choo-choo. Hi, here we are all together once again.
Awesome. So we just catch them up on everything as we like just make them walk to the Church of our Lord, Granter of Secrets, to talk to this Reverend Michael Thomas.
Yeah, hey, listen, we had a pretty disturbing conversation with a bartender who really, like, no one wants us to go into this house. It's sounds pretty dark in there. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit spooky.
I mean,
Lot of
I don't want to go in the house either, but gotta do what you gotta do for the money for the condo, right?
No, I'm not gonna back out or anything. I just wanted to make sure that we all knew that this is, you know, it's this isn't gonna be a cakewalk, you know?
There's nothing to worry
as-
about.
As the resident expert of the spooky, I can tell you, I got my fingers on this, and things are getting a little bit hairy around here. I can tell.
But yeah, I guess we can go to a church. That sounds wholesome. Let's do that.
It's probably just a bunch of people getting sick off whatever's on the walls, right? Some, people that, just lose their tempers. There's nothing to worry about.
Sure, I believe that.
You
The
turn
boxer
down.
coming out with wisdom.
You turn down. Oh yeah. You turn down Dewar Lane, and Dewar Lane is an alleyway at best. And following through, you see that there's been a lot of buildup in this area. So there are quite a few taller buildings and office buildings. Most of them are occupied. There's a few warehouses. And in between two buildings, you see there are the ruins of what looks to be a church. It is weathered and overgrown. The stones are gray. There is greenery that's growing on the rubble, in vines and moss. And the walls are made of slump material. And you notice that there are hand painted white symbols. Some of them look more fresh than others on all of the walls that are painted there. It looks as though that there's three Y's arranged in a triangle so that the top part of the Y touches the others. And in the middle, there is an I. Kind of looks a little bit like this.
Okay, occult specialist. What is this? Because I haven't seen this in any books or anything so far.
See, this reminds me of the Omni Hotel. About a few years ago, I was there. I saw something that looked very close to this, and it turned out to be somebody that was involved in like some ritual poisonings. They really enjoyed watching it from afar and watching people get sick. It was really weird.
As you kind of look at it, and if you spend more time with it, you begin to feel a little bit of a headache coming on. Could be the light kind of fading behind the clouds here just a little bit more, causing you to squint a little bit. Nothing of note, just this weird ache right in the center of the forehead, where there might be like the pineal gland, like right smack dab right in the middle there.
I know nothing about no glands, but I don't like this.
So there is the remnants of a door to this building, and it goes beyond. And even though the roof itself has seen disrepair, it does open up. There is a pretty good sized church, well, a smaller church, if you will, beyond. Obviously, they didn't have a lot of parishioners. You don't see any crosses or any other signs of Christianity here, so it might be something different. But hey, this is a metropolitan area of all kinds of faiths and people, so you never know. No judgment. Did you guys want to go in? And it does not look like anybody is living here.
I checked to see if the door is locked.
The door is not locked. You actually, when you push on it, it creaks open.
Well, I push it open like not
Okay.
even hesitation, just all the way open.
When you push it all the way open, it bounces off of its hinges and breaks and falls to the floor. throwing up dust.
You know, it's typically how I enter buildings anyway. So,
Always got to make the entrance.
hey,
I guess I'll like skirtle past him just to kind of like poke around and
Okay.
look.
Most of the floor is made of concrete, and then you get to the area that's the meat and drink, the main hall of the church, and the floors are wooden floorboards. Now, here's where a question you asked earlier about size.
Yeah.
Give me a size roll.
All right, let me go get that. Where am I?
You want to fail this roll.
Okay. I have way too many windows open right now.
Okay.
Where did
Don't
it
trust him.
go?
So,
Oh, because I refreshed my feed. Hold on 1 second. I have to get my
okay.
character thingy up again.
If you want to close out of all of those windows and the pop-ups that I gave you, you could relocate them. They all should be in your journal.
Okay. Size.
Excellent.
What am I looking for size here?
So
Oh, I wanted to fail it. Okay.
you want to fail this because you do not want to be too big for the floors to give way, because you step onto the wood. Yeah, Marcaries, you're a big dude. You might not want to go step on the wood. You're able to kind of skitter across the floorboards, and where there would be a pulpit, there is a lectern that's there, and there is a cabinet underneath. There is a smell of smoke and a little bit of mold as you get closer to the pulpit itself.
Well,
rest
of course, I'm going to go rummage through the cabinet.
All right. So while you're doing that, what's everybody else going to do here?
I told you there's something in the walls.
Do we want to go in? I don't want to go in. I could stand guard while you go in.
Oh, I've definitely got to go in, and I kind of reach into my t-shirt and I bring out this little necklace, this little pendulum necklace, and I slowly start making my way in as well, slowly to the left, hugging against the wall, and
Okay.
just starting to murmur things as I'm swinging my necklace.
All right. Give me a size roll as well.
Oh.
And that would be a 49.
And what is your size?
And size.
It's toward the top.
Oh, towards the top here. Okay. 50. Oh, see,
50.
Yeah.
So,
But if you wanted to, theoretically, you could spend like 2 luck points and then succeed.
that is correct. Yes. So
Or I guess 1 luck point.
I'm going to tell you what happens, and then you can tell me if you want to. As you're making your way, you get about halfway around the outside as you're heading toward the front of the church, or toward the head of the church, and you feel the wood beneath your. The Elotes man just drove by and squeaked the horn and ruined my atmosphere. Sorry. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, so that's why we have Elotes. There's a creak underneath your feet, and then a snap as you feel your left foot go through the wood. Your right foot is about to do the same. You might fall. Did you want to spend the luck to get out of there, or did you want to try to maybe make a jump for it?
I will. Yeah, I'll spend a luck point on.
You'll need to spend 2.
Oh, 2. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So go ahead and you can decrease your luck by 2. And you're able to kind of dance out of the way, and you're now standing on one of the pews that's there. As you see where you were standing kind of falls to the floor beneath. And it looks as though that there is a basement down here.
Jesus, Maddie, Jesus, what are you doing?
I just kept saying the name, and the next thing I knew, I was halfway to hell. Oh my God. Everybody got to go look over here. See if you can get some light down here.
Halfway to hell. Hell, I didn't know that hell was 10 feet underground, Boston.
Wait till you get in here and you smell what I'm smelling.
Yeah, well, you and your smell in the bar, smell here. I can't take you anywhere. I'll come in and see if there's a safe way down to the basement other than plummeting through the floor.
You can try to lower yourself down.
Yeah, I can do that. That sounds like
Okay.
me.
All right. Now, getting up might be another question, though, because it's a 10-foot drop, like you said. Maximus, what are you doing?
Nothing really. He's just looking around.
Okay.
He saw his buddy over there almost fall down. He's gonna also come over and just take a gander as well.
Okay.
What's going on over here?
And Marcerius is staying on the stone to make sure that he doesn't step foot onto the wood.
Well, I wanted to see if there is a careful way to just move at all through here. Is there an easier path?
To get to where Aurora is at, no.
Oh boy. So then I just yell to her, "Don't go where we can't see you."
Aurora, go ahead and give me a spot hidden roll, please.
Ooh, let's see where that is.
I think you're actually pretty skilled on that.
Spot hidden. It's a 40. Oh, come on.
You rolled a 97. All right.
Yeah. Ugh.
You're not able to find anything really of significant note here, but you do see give me just a quick moment. You do see a bunch of papers that are signed Reverend Michael Thomas. When you're playing an investigative game, this is just a kind of a GM tip or note. If there is a clue, let the players find the clue. Any rolls that you have tells you more about the clue. Because if something is important, if they fail the roll, you're stuck, right? So you're just spinning your wheels. So let them find the clue. That's okay. But they want to know more about it. If they didn't roll well enough, they may not have it. But you're still going to find kind of what you need. So his name does appear on a bunch of the papers that are in this cabinet. All right, Jack, go ahead and give me a climb roll as you go to climb down.
We'll certainly try. I am decent at climbing. And I am decent at rolling.
Excellent.
18 out of 40.
Excellent. So you're able to climb on down. When you land at the bottom, what you thought was a rolled up carpet kind of crunches underneath you, and you see a humerus bone or a long bone kind of roll out from underneath what appears to have been a cloak or a robe. You've jumped on top of a skeleton or a body. I would like for you to make a sanity roll.
Oh,
here.
geez.
Let's see how well you hold on to things.
Sanity. I see sanity points. Do I click that and that gives me a sanity roll? Okay.
That's great.
Nope.
All right. Now, this is a two-step authentication. So right now, you're not doing so well with the sanity, with the possible sanity loss. You're seeing something that's disturbing to you. Let's see how well you process it. Roll your intelligence. This is a skill you want to fail because you don't want to realize what it is that you saw.
Yes, ignorance is bliss. I have failed my intelligence roll.
Excellent. you kind of play it off as not being something super, super scary and kind of push it away to dark spots of your mind, meaning that I may never come back and bite you with this. If this is a long-term game, your character might have nightmares later on to reflect this succeeded sanity check. So you did not lose any sanity in this instance. And it would have been only 1 point if you had failed either. It can be up to D20, depending on how big and how scary the bad guy is. All right. So, yeah, you were able to find the bodies of two people here, and they are dressed in robes.
I'll shout that back up to the crew. Like, guys, there's some bad business down here.
I knew it. I knew there was a smell down there. What you got down there, Jack?
Oh, just a couple of stiffs. You know, robes, bones, good wholesome stuff. Like I said.
Whoa! You said something about robes and bones. I kind of start to back up a little bit and start asking for whoever would be closest to me. Maybe Merceres. There's some stuff going on down there, bud. There's some stuff going on. It sounds Jack's down there talking about bones and robes. I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
Hey, listen, it's all sorry.
oh, just everyone's not following the buddy system. I'm not liking this. I will take. I will cautiously take one step. I can't protect anybody from out here, and you know, I know they need me, so I'll take one step. I'm just gonna do it one at a time. I'm gonna move close to the hole where Jack's at.
Okay, because you're taking your time, I'm going to give you advantage on this roll. So go ahead and roll. You're going to roll 2 10s, and then 1 1. Do you have two 10s?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm trying to roll high or low.
You want to roll as high as you can get.
Okay, well, it's not promising. So let's go for the second one. Oh, that's even worse. The highest is a 47.
Ooh, and your size is what?
80.
Your size is 80. Yeah, you are a very large person. So you get about 2 or 3 feet out, and you just hear wood splintering. Aurora, you see Merceres just disappear from view as he plummets 10 feet down. Because I'm a kind of benevolent GM, storyteller, handler, keeper. In this game, they call them keepers. I'm going to let you roll your own damage. So you can go ahead and roll a 1d6.
Like, while he's doing that, I'm like, see what's on their robes. What kind of robes are they wearing?
2.
2. So you take 2 points of damage, 2 hit points. Not so bad. You kind of roll your ankle a little bit. You know, you've taken a little bit more from that sunny guy out of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You land on your feet though, and you kind of stumble, and you see that Jack's there in this basement. You see that there's a bunch of bingo cards kind of, you know, tossed aside. And Jack, Aurora mentioned for you to, you know, check out the robes. Are you going to check them out? Look them up?
Yeah, I'll investigate the robes and see if there's anything unusual.
They all have that symbol embroidered in you know, gold thread. These are very fine, nice silk robes.
They all got that triangle business. I don't like it. I will leave the robes undisturbed. I am not going to loot the robes. That seems unwise.
Yes, this is not a game of murder hobos where you kill things and take their stuff. Usually bad things happen when that occurs, but it's not always a bad thing to take some stuff that you find.
These things came to us dead, but I'm still not taking it.
So I'd like for you both to go ahead and give me a spot hidden roll.
Not this day.
Okay.
Okay, so I got a 50. and my spot hidden is 45.
Okay. So you do find, Mercedes, you do see that there is a leather journal that is on one of the tables. It's seen better days. You want to you probably want to be gentle with it. But it seems to have received some like water damage and whatnot. There is a smell of smoke here. And you guys do see that there is a ladder and a trap door. The ladder itself has been moved away from the trap door. Like some people hid down here.
I guess they were smoking in their last days. This is just way too much. I moved the ladder next to the trap door so we can get out of here.
Okay.
You grabbing that journal?
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right. All right. So you grab the journal and it, like I said, it's gotten a little bit of water damage. And you get the ladder and you guys head back up or check out this place anymore. There's nothing else really here.
I think we've done all the damage we can do down here. Yeah.
All right. So you get back upstairs with your friends. Aurora, you don't find anything else, of note here other than, the notes from the chaplain that was there. Matt, not a whole lot going on here. Same thing, Maximus. You guys, this place is about ready to fall in on your ears.
So is there anything like specifically written that I wasn't able to read earlier that now I can read, or can somebody else read it?
So they're just sermons. And some of the sermons, a lot of it talks about, local things. You see a bunch of names listed. One of them is Walter Corbett. Blessed Walter Corbett. He gets talked about a lot. And the last one looks to be a few days before his death.
Might be worth looking at a little bit closer.
If you check out the journal, there might be some information in there. That's called a clue by 4.
Or looking through it.
Okay. The musty pages nearly break as you open it up. And this is the chaplain's personal journal. You flip through and you find the name Walter Corbett again, and it lists that he is buried in the basement of his home in accordance with his wishes and the wishes of those who wait in the dark.
Well, at first I was gonna say that's sweet that he got his wish, but I don't know, that last part really threw me off. I definitely share that with everybody. And I mean, look, everyone's talking about all this weird stuff, but the guy got what he wanted. I don't see anything wrong with that.
So question,
Excuse me.
when did Walter Corbett die? I forgot what handout all this information was in.
Corbett died in 1860s, 1800s. 1880s.
So that was like around the same time as all of this. So 1880 was when the French immigrants moved into the house, but left after violent accidents. So maybe we should go and tell Walter Corbett to get back in his grave and leave everybody the hell alone.
So we're gonna head to the house to go tell Walter Corbett to stop rattling the chains and
Knock it the heck off.
go home peacefully.
Maybe
I
listen,
think Walter
Maddie,
Corbett's the one doing this.
I don't know if we're gonna get our 5%. I don't know if there's ever gonna be anyone living in this house. Maybe we can just advise Mr. Knott to sell, turn this into a dump or something.
Probably just a bunch of kids just spreading rumors. There ain't nothing in there. This is fine. This is easy money.
Would I have known of the order that had, I guess, as far as through any kind of history or,
Cult.
yeah, from a cult? Would I be able to talk to the rest of the group about this particular cult?
Sure. Yes. Go ahead and give me an occult roll. See how much
Okay.
you know about them.
Okay. Uh, 79. Not very good.
And what's your skill?
45.
Okay. You know a lot about occult. You don't know enough about it. So what you know about this church or cult, if you will, they did worship the silence and the shadows. They were or are very small, harmless, obviously harmless, no problem. One of their things was meditation in the dark and trying to commune with their creator or with the creator. You do not believe this is a Judeo-Christian or Abrahamic faith. It seems to be, pagan or older than that in origin. Other than that, you don't know a whole lot more, but that is quite still a bit.
Obviously, yeah, I would definitely convey that to everyone as well.
Okay. So what's left?
I think we gotta go to the house. I think
Gotta go
that's
to the house.
the next play here.
Is there any way we can learn more about this church, or is this place the only place we're gonna find any information about them?
Well, obviously this building's in disrepair. Maybe finding out why or what happened here. You didn't see any other notes on the church. You might want to maybe check the police station, possibly. That's a possibility, because they keep records of things. Obviously, there was a fire here at one point. So maybe they kept records. Police station's not that far away.
We could definitely head over there. I know some people within the, police. I've been to their fundraisers before.
All right, so you're gonna hit up the police station before you guys head to the
And,
house.
grease the wheels a little bit.
Yeah, we can take a quick detour on the way out.
All right. So give me a second here. I want to look at something real quick. You arrive at the police station, and one of the police officers that's there, Officer Stevens, you recognize Maximus, and he recognizes you. He waves. Yeah. What brings you here?
Hey, we're just doing a little job, trying to investigate some stuff here and there. Anything you could tell us about that one church over by around the corner right there?
Oh, the contemplation people.
Yeah. Those weird people. Yeah. Can you tell us anything about what happened to that church or what's going on there?
Look, those are police files. I mean, it caught fire, and that was that.
Come on. I've been good to the police. I've paid for quite a lot of you guys' equipment here. Come on. You guys got some more you can kind of give me, please.
Since you said the magic word of paid, go ahead and give me a credit rating roll.
All right. Hell yeah. 33.
And what is your
Our
credit,
credit
rating score?
rating is 75.
All right. All right, but this doesn't go anywhere. It stays here. I'll be right back. And he heads off. Max, this could cost me my job, but don't be spreading this around that I've done this.
Of course.
It goes for the rest of you. Lips shut.
My lips are sealed. And if anything, I'll pay them not to tell.
Can't argue with that.
So we provide you with a file on the church itself. And it's kind of recent. Only about 9 years ago, 1917. If you want to go ahead and read what the file is for me.
All right. So the file concerns a secret raid on the Chapel of Contemplation. The police raid was occasioned by affidavits swearing that members of the church were responsible for the disappearances of neighborhood children. During the raid, 3 policemen and 17 cult members were killed by gunplay or fire. Autopsy reports are singularly lacking detail and uninformative, as though the coroner had not actually performed examinations. Though 54 members of the church were arrested, all but 8 were released. The records hint of illegal intervention in the proceedings by an important local official, offering stories of the battle, the biggest criminal action in the city's history that never appeared in print. Pastor Michael Thomas was arrested and sentenced to 40 years in prison on 5 counts of second-degree murder. He escaped from prison in 1917 and fled the state.
So, Aurora, you wanted to know why that article was never published?
I think I got my answer.
All right. Thanks, Steve.
All
You're the man.
I try. All right. I got any close takes the folder. Hope that helps you, whatever you guys are doing. Stay
Helps
out
a
of that
lot.
place. Is a death trap. I wouldn't go down there. Probably fall through the floor and break an ankle, or worse, break your neck.
Yeah. Yeah, we never go over there. No reason to.
You should probably put like a sign to let people who, are whatever. Do what you want.
So with all of this information gained, do you all feel like you are well equipped to head to the house? Did you have any other questions?
Well equipped, no, but let's do it.
Well, do we need to buy anything, right? Or like
Yeah, can you get holy water?
Holy water.
You can go to church and get holy water. Just
what is holy water gonna do?
Look, it's probably the Reverend. He's probably just hiding out down there, right? Trying to, tie up loose ends. We get him, bring him back to the police, get a little extra money.
He's trying to tie up loose ends. He was responsible for missing children. He's probably down there eating them or something.
Hey man, I could handle some small. I can't handle no cannibalistic pasta. Okay, we're gonna need to go down there with some big guns.
I don't have any guns, but
And-
that's
and
not
I know
really
you have 2 guns there, Mike. But
And don't tell no one, but I got this little necklace out of a Cracker Jack box, so this thing doesn't do nothing at all.
Listen, let's get in. Let's see what's going on. Let's get out.
so we're gonna time warp and screen wipe. Everyone is standing on the curb. There is a there is a wrought iron fence that is open. The yard itself is overgrown. It's a small home. It's a kind of like a row home, if you will, but it's a freestanding home. There is above the front door, there is a porch and a stoop. And on the front of the front door, there is what looks to be a sun, a half sun rising up as a nice little piece of art, from the house. The house is in disrepair. The pillars themselves are, creeping with vines. The paint on the outside of the house is chipped. So there is going to be a good deal of, work necessary to get this place up and running. But it's still not a bad looking, not a shabby house. Well, it's a good size house. It is a little bit shabby looking right now.
It's good bones.
It's a two-story building.
are we able to just walk into the house, or is there like fencing around the property? Or
There is fencing around the property. But the fence, the door is the gate, excuse me, the gate is, opened. You can go around the outside of the house if you like. It does have a backyard or garden. You can check that out. There might be a back door. There might be, a shed in the back. If you noticed, does everybody see the new screen
Oh,
on Roll20?
it's a black screen.
It is darkness for me.
Completely dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we just hand wave and say we purchased some supplies randomly?
Sure.
Out there.
You guys do have, a couple torches, which are flashlights at this time. They're the big cell flashlights. They're kind of heavy. They're not bad for home defense and personal defense as well. The laborer does have a shovel that you brought with them. What other type of tools do you think? Also, maybe like a hammer, maybe like a scraper or something,
Crowbar.
measuring tape, a crowbar, pry bar.
Crowbar, yeah. Maybe if we're gonna be falling through floors again, maybe some rope.
Okay, Charlie Brownson, get your rope. That was in Boston too. All right. Anybody else want anything else?
Some Boondock Saints there. That was good.
Yep.
Yeah.
All muscle. That's all we need.
Can we get the box of some brass knuckles?
Well, what do you think he's gonna be punching in there?
Who knows, man? If there's a pastor, we gotta knock him out. Cannibalistic pastor. I ain't gonna get eaten. I'm hanging behind this guy.
So if you use brass knuckles, there's a good chance you're going to break your hand. Just the way that they're set up. They'll mess somebody up, but they'll do your own damage. If you're used to fighting, then your knuckles will do a pretty good job on their own.
We're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right. Well,
When you step onto the property, the shadows of the buildings alongside of it kind of encroach on the building itself. It gets a little bit darker. The sun disappears behind a cloud. It's about dusk. You spent most of the day here, researching the house, and you found it. And the trees and the overgrowth. Occasionally, you hear something skitter and run off into the underbrush as you move a little bit closer to the house. It's a little bit colder here. It definitely feels weirder here. Maybe it's just the stories about the house. Maybe it's all in your head. Probably. That's probably it.
well, whoever doesn't believe this place is haunted should go first.
Ventilation. It's busted.
Yeah. Okay. You can lead us in.
Did the screen pop up for everybody to see something that says party token on the left hand side? Can I get a thumbs up from everybody that we're good? All right. You guys are going to be able to all move the token. If we have to split up the party, we will copy pasta the token to kind of move it, and we'll deal with that if necessary. So in front of you stands a very strong, heavy wooden door. The door itself looks to have been set up with a single lock originally, but 4 additional deadbolts have been added to the door itself. You do have the keys. Who's going to open the door?
All right. I'll do it.
All right. You undo each of the locks. Each time you undo a lock, it seems to get a little bit louder as each one opens up. When the last one opens, the door, maybe because it's warped just a little bit, opens on its own.
I just want to let everyone know here at home, my AC just turned on. Just throwing that out there.
Horrible. No, we can't have sounds outside. I live in Phoenix where we worship at the altar of St. Carrier and air conditioning's on at all time.
It's getting cold everywhere. All right. I ignore the fact that it opened on its own. It's a busted door. And I walk inside.
You see that there is a long hallway, and along the hallway there are 3 doors to the left of you and 2 doors to the right. We're stuck in the middle with you. All on the walls look to have had artwork on them. There is this ugly green wallpaper on the upper half of the walls and white panel that's been chipped underneath it. The pictures have been removed. As you see that there's the square from where the dirt and grime and dust had been. And you do see smack dab on the right-hand side of the hallway, right about here, there is a cracked mirror on the right-hand side of the hallway mounted to the wall. This place smells musty. It has an odd feeling about it. Hell, everything's had an odd feeling all day. So that's nothing new.
Does the floor look like it's going to give out underneath our feet?
No, the floor seems to be very stable.
Would anybody like to actually tie the rope around our waist as we're going through to actually kind of secure ourselves to a line?
At this point, it seems excessive, right? This is a good floor right here.
I mean, it is super creepy, so
If you insist, I'm not going to belabor the point, but like, I don't know.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just getting real bad vibes inside of here. I guess I just want to start asking outside. Is there any kind of spirit in here? Are you okay that we're inside of the house?
Have you stepped into the house, Matthew?
Yes, I'm second in line behind.
Okay.
Mercedes.
Give me a POW roll.
What kind of roll again? Sorry.
POW. It's an ability toward the top of your page.
Okay. Oh, power.
Power.
Yep. Okay. 33 power of 70.
70. All right. When you ask if there's a spirit here, the mirror shakes a little bit on the wall, only perceivable to you.
Oh my God. Did anyone else see that? Tell me everyone else saw that. Though I'm telling you right now, the mirror just moved when I asked if anything was here. Did anyone else see that?
Matthew, I'm right next to you. Nothing happened.
No, I didn't see nothing.
I like put a hand on Matthew's shoulder and we're like, hey, listen, Matty, I know that you do this, like you do this little thing, right, where you like shell game people do the but this isn't the time for it. You can't just like be saying stuff like this.
No, I know.
Here.
I know, Jack. I told you. I know that we had a couple drinks. I told you this was all a ruse. I swear this time it's legit, guys. I just asked the question and it happened. And I go up and I will actually go this mirror right here, and I go up and I actually put my hand on the mirror. Is there anything? And as I do that, I ask the question again. Is there anything here inside of the house? You're trying to give me a sign. What are you trying to communicate to me?
You hear a thump upstairs, like something lifted up and dropped onto the floor.
Do we all hear it or just him?
Everyone hears it.
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
like make sure that like I'm like between two larger people and just like hold on to somebody's jacket or something.
Probably just animals, right? Right? I mean, watch. There's
Buildings
nothing. Look,
falling
he
apart.
gonna walk up to the mirror. Watch this. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? See? Nothing. Nothing.
I bust the mirror. Just
Ken, you shatter the mirror with your hand. The pieces of the mirror fall to the floor.
Holy shit.
there. Nothing to worry about. We're good.
And,
yeah,
and I
This
easy,
is
easy.
not a good idea.
no, and I'm on the ground on all fours, apologizing to broken shards of glass.
Okay.
How's your hand?
As,
I'm good. Hey, someone already broke this before me. It's their 7 years. I'm good.
as these hijinks ensue, I think Jack was kind of like peek into one of the rooms to see what's going on.
Okay. So do you want to peek into the single door to the left or the double doors to the right?
Let's say double doors to the right. That seems
Okay.
convenient.
So it opens up into a good sized living room. It is pretty well apportioned, excuse me, in with furniture. Some really nice furnishings here. It seems as though that the family that lived here had some money, not too much, but they had some nice things. You see that there's a few oil lamps here. There is electricity to the house. You see that there is also a pretty large radio here as well. But one thing that does stick out, there is a very large quantity of crosses, statues of the Virgin Mary, and other Catholic iconography here.
I told you we needed holy water. Someone else had this idea before us. They wanted to ward off this thing.
You actually
Clearly,
see
it didn't work.
you see on one of the tables a small glass flask with a cross on it.
There it is.
Okay.
I'll just grab that and hold on to it.
Okay.
And then quickly rejoin the rest of the group. I won't sit
Okay.
I won't sit in that room by myself for long.
So beyond that, in the room beyond, you see that there is a dining room and looks to be a kitchen at the far end of that side of the house. What's everybody else doing outside? What's Maximus doing?
I want to reassure myself of what happened, what was going on upstairs.
You want to go
I
upstairs?
I want to check what that thing was upstairs. Let's put our buddy here Matt at ease.
Yeah, we have to have okay, here we got to get one candle if you have a candle, and we have to be in a circle. So we have to kind of walk like we're in a circle. All right, we got to be strong going up here.
I'm already strong. You be strong.
Oh my God, I know this is gonna turn out terrible. I should have just stayed in Egypt.
So you guys are going to head upstairs?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Yeah.
So you head down the hallway, and it leads to, at the end of the hallway, leads to a staircase that leads up. And there's a door to the right, right here before you guys head up. You're not sure where that door leads to, but upstairs, it looks like it's a nice long hallway. Up the wallpaper here is torn. It's got geometric patterns on it. The windows up here are not boarded up like the ones downstairs. The windows up here do have, curtains over them. There is some natural light coming in, but the light's kind of dying as we're getting toward the day. You see that there are 3 doorways, 3 closed doors along this hallway. And it looks like there's a small room directly off to your left. The door to that small room is pristine white. You have a feeling that might just be the water closet or bathroom.
Is it clear which room the thump would have been coming from?
At the very far end of the house.
And I'm starting to ramp back up. Spirit, we mean no harm. We are here as friends. We are just trying to get to the understanding and help you pass on. There's no ill will at all. Can you give me a sign if you understand that we're here in peace?
Give me another power roll.
He's activating this house left and right.
Oh, 18.
Excellent. You hear further on down the hallway a thump thump.
Okay, guys. Okay. This is good. This is good. I read this in a book. I think that 2 thumps is good. 1 thump was bad. So I'm pretty sure that it's okay. I'm pretty sure it's okay. I don't want to go first, but someone else take the lead.
That's why I have a problem with the written word. It makes you think weird things. I'll go ahead. And I'll take the lead.
Right behind you, Michael. It's we're coming. We're coming. We're walking. Just know we're here. We're safe. We're not here to hurt you.
Yeah, we'll all follow it, I think.
All right. So you're gonna head on down to the bedroom. Aurora, do you have a bad feeling about this?
I do have a bad feeling about this. I was just looking at my character sheet like, oh man, like there's got to be something here that's like helpful, but there's really nothing. I'm just good for digging up book stuff.
Hey, if we need to operate heavy machinery, I'm your guy.
Call of Cthulhu takes a different look into your characters. It's not always about the physical game. It's about also knowing about other stuff too, because you can't always punch a ghost. You could try. So in this room, it looks like it's an ordinary bedroom. It's a little bit larger than other rooms. This is the master bedroom. There is a large double bed with a mattress and a duvet on it. There are crucifixes and crosses here. There are a ton of novena candles around, as well as a rosary and a breviary sitting on the table alongside the bed.
Is it clear what's like fallen over or made the thumping sounds?
No.
Does the room have any other entrances, exits, windows?
There is there are 2 windows. There's one window facing the street that's currently pulled shut with shutters, and then there's one facing the side here. There's window here and window here. It's not on the map, but it is there. The one facing the side gives a wonderful view of the building next door, of a brick wall.
Is there anything in the room to indicate like any type of struggle or like restraints or anything like that?
Okay, go ahead and give me a spot hidden roll.
Okay, I'm gonna go find that again.
Real quick, I'm sorry. We're upstairs?
You're upstairs, yes.
So we're not downstairs in the basement.
Yeah.
All right. Aurora, you do see that there are restraints on the bed. If this were modern times, you might think that they might be considered marital aids.
But given the context of everything else in the room, I'm going to assume that it was probably an attempted exorcism. And from like all my book reading and library use, of course.
Mm-hmm.
They said the mister went bad before the missus, so maybe this was an attempt to do some home rehabilitation of some kind.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'll kind of like poke around under the bed trying to find anything that could have made a thumping noise.
So you lift the duvet, and underneath the bed, you see burned into the hardwood floor a circle with a bunch of sigils inside.
Oh no.
It's a little kid just exploring his artistic side.
I'll point Matt Marsh at it and be like,
Have I ever seen this before? What does this look like to it?
Occult roll.
Yeah.
You have seen this before, but let's see what you remember about it.
A 31 and I have a 45, I believe.
Excellent.
Yeah.
This is a warding sigil, excuse me. So it's a protection sigil. It looks as though that this was utilized by what is now considered the Lama or the Order Orientalis. It's used by contemporaries, who is currently alive in this game, of Aleister Crowley.
Sorry. The last name Crowley in just geek world, just it doesn't really go very well. Sometimes. It's not a good sign.
well, all right. So I don't even know. Someone tried to ward this place?
Seems to be.
I just want to find something that could have gone thump. Is that too much to ask?
Yeah, I guess last time as we're in the room, I ask again. We're here. Do you understand? We're here not to harm you. If you can understand that, please make a sound.
Who are you talking to?
I'm going to need everybody to make a luck roll. Now, Norm, I know what I said earlier about the person with the lowest luck rolls, but we're going to find out who is the unluckiest right now.
Okay. I am decently unlucky.
Okay.
I rolled a 56 out of 40.
Okay. Aurora, you're quite lucky. You are safe from this.
33
out of.
Where's luck?
Maximus, you are lucky as well.
Motherfuckers.
I rolled an
That's it.
8.
You rolled an 8.
Nice.
You're fine. And Matthew?
33 out of 73.
Okay.
Oh,
So, Jack.
I guess I was the one who was shouting at it, so that makes sense.
Yeah. You're on your hands and knees, and you're starting to get up. And the bed lifts up. Everyone sees this. The bed lifts up off of the ground and spins, slamming into Jack, tossing him toward the window. So, Jack, you have an opportunity. You could roll your dodge to not get hit by this bed.
That sounds like a good opportunity. I would like to take that opportunity. It's not, my odds aren't great. But stranger things have happened. I will dodge the bed.
You have. So, with horror type role-playing games, you do want to present the players and kind of control or take away control from them. That's what builds up tension. In the event that they do something cool, and kind of give them hope, because without hope, there's no need to continue. In this case, I'm going to let you dictate. How did you dodge? Did you jump on top of the bed? Did you jump over the bed? Did you duck to the ground?
Yeah, I think.
Are you riding the bed?
No, I think Jack McCoy is going to have a strange impulse here, which is to well, no, it doesn't make sense. How high was the bed off the ground? I guess how much room was there under the bed?
Roughly a foot.
Okay.
How much room do you need to do what you want to do?
I kind of imagined him like curling up in that sigil, just like cowering in it.
Okay. All right.
And if he can do that without the bed landing on him and crushing him utterly, I think that's what he's gonna do.
All right. So you do land onto the sigil, and everyone sees the bed just kind of pick up and move and turn in a 90-degree manner and stops and lands back on the ground. Jack is curled up on the sigil, half underneath the bed. You are now feeling a little bit tingly. And remember that weird feeling that you had in the middle of your head? It's gotten a little bit stronger now.
Was that your kids, Merceres? Was that your pastor hiding out? What is this? What how are you gonna justify that? Well, bats? What?
I've heard of this in carnivals. They call it a magic trick, and I start waving my hands around for like strings and wires and whatnot.
You are not finding any strings or wires.
These kids are good.
Jesus. You said something about the window, I think.
Yes.
Remind me what that was.
It looks outside. You were going to be pitched outside the window, thrown out the window, which you luckily dodged.
Okay.
That was the important part.
Okay, right. Groovy.
20, 30 foot fall. No bueno.
Again, prophetically, again, we are not here to hurt you at all. I want to know how to help. I go over to the window and kind of, show me, write down a message. Let me know, give me a sign of what you need from us. And I kind of blow on the glass to try and create a little bit of fog. And I go right here, show me a sign.
All right. So I'm going to ask for you to roll a sanity check because something does happen. I want everybody to make a sanity roll here.
Sanity roll.
Ooh.
Yay.
I am quite sane.
I got a 2.
Yay. Everybody's doing really well on the sanity. Marceres.
44.
Out of?
Is it I see sanity where it says 40 out of 40. Is that not what I'm looking at?
Yes. So it is a 40. So you rolled a 44.
Yes.
All right. Everyone sees where he blew basically a face-shaped circular condensation. Red fiery eyes appear and a face behind it kind of flies toward the window and stops, causing Matthew to kind of jump back. Everyone does take 1 point of sanity damage. Marcaries, roll 1d4. And that is how much sanity you will lose at this time. Actually, give me an intelligence check before you roll the 1d4. Let's see how well you process it.
65 out of, this is intelligence?
Yes.
50.
All right. So good. You kind of bury that away. It does not impact you more than the 1 point.
Oh, okay.
And like, I just start screaming at Matthew, like, stop trying to talk to him. Like, what the hell's the matter with you? Stop asking for signs. We need to like get in here and figure things out, not get killed while we're trying.
Listen. Sorry, go for it.
No, I just obviously it's like if everybody saw what I saw, whatever this is not healthy. This is not a happy demon. Let's get the hell out of. Let's get down to the basement. Let's figure out something else. Let's go figure something else out. This thing does not want us here.
Yeah, we gotta go to
Basements
the
are so
basement.
much safer.
We gotta figure out what's going on. We gotta get to the bottom of this. We gotta haul a corpse out or put something to rest or something. We gotta get to the basement, get this thing done.
Personally, I'm not renting this place afterwards, and I'm just not going to give it a big thumbs up afterwards either. I don't know if 5% is even worth it.
Knock it down, dig a hole, end it. This isn't
0
a
out
house.
of 5 stars. Maybe we shouldn't talk about destroying the house. The house is trying to destroy us. So shall we go downstairs and get this over with?
Yeah.
Down the stairs we go. All right. You guys head back downstairs. As you get to the landing, you see that the door opposite the stairwell is open, and you see that there are stairs going down.
Down we go.
That's interesting.
You know it's going to go south when the GM is like, "Oh, that's interesting."
Yeah, actually, it's more of how the way the map was set up. It wasn't allowing me to open the door
Got it.
because Roll20 has the ability to change lighting and create doors and all that kind of good stuff. Roll20 is a very fun, powerful tool. A little bit of a learning curve, but once you get it square, I'm very fond of this this platform, especially for distance gaming. All right. So in this room, it is a storage basement. It is the stairs are just the bare bones of the stairs. We kind of go behind them. There are items all throughout here that, you know, it's a storage. It's a basement. You see canned goods. There is a single light bulb here with a pull switch that you can pull to maybe lighten things up if you want. Or you can.
Yeah, light. The more light, the better.
Okay. Are you going to be the one to pull the?
Sure.
All right.
When the GM asks that question.
Another GM tip. Yeah, ask those questions, even if they're superfluous. Ask those questions to make people go, I don't want to. Click.
You put your hand on the doorknob. Yeah.
And also, one of my favorite things is if someone is doing like a search or spot hidden, looks clear, or checks for traps, looks clear. Is it clear? Looks clear. So you click the light and it does illuminate the room. It is bright down here. You see on the far western wall, it looks as though that half of the wall is brick. And then the other half of the wall over here is wooden paneling. Looks as though that it was hastily put up. While
Yeah, we got a crowbar. We're ready for this.
While when Aurora clicked on the light, I want everybody else to give me a spot hidden roll, please.
Nope.
Yeah, Jack, you miss it.
13.
Believe this is an 8.
0-8?
Yeah.
Yes, that would be an 8. That would be excellent. All right. Matthew?
48, and I need a spot hidden of 25.
Okay, so you do not make it. All right. So it looks like Maximus and Marcaries, you see something that's a little bit disturbing. It looks like something is floating and moving at a very rapid pace toward Aurora. It looks like it's a knife about 12 inches long, about that long, with an ornate handle and a nasty curved rusty blade. And it looks like it's about to stab Aurora. A flying knife.
Seeing this, do I have time to like jump
Yes.
in front?
Yes, both Maximus and Marcaries have the ability to do something before the knife is able to strike or roll.
Yeah, I definitely jump in front. If I would prefer to catch it.
Okay. I'm going to try to grab the knife. So, all right. And what is Maximus doing?
He's just gonna point and go like, "Oh shit!"
That is a perfectly valid response.
He's not athletic. He doesn't know how to do that stuff.
All right. So Marcaries, go ahead and give me a brawl roll.
Okay.
This is something you're good at.
I'm about to say, I think
to our
it's the only
strengths.
thing I have above.
Man's about to box a ghost. His hands are rated E for everyone.
Oh no.
No, not the
that makes this GM so happy.
Oh, my brawl is 75 and I rolled a 95.
Oh no. Well, here's the thing. You got in front of it.
Sure did.
Yeah, you did. All right. And he rolled a 46. So
Rolling a 95 never happens in Dungeons and Dragons.
all right. So you end up like you go to reach for it and it slices at you. Like it's now turned its attention to you. Go ahead and roll 1d4 plus 2.
Six total. I rolled a 4.
Ooh, as you take 6 points of damage, as you get cut really deep by this dagger, it seems as though, and it feels like it burns.
Oh, so it doesn't just sting, it burns?
It burns, yeah.
Awesome.
Is the dagger still like floating around or is it done?
No, it's still floating around. And everyone's been called to the attention. Aurora, you look over and you're like, oh, lovely.
I'll
Maybe
defi-
not like that, but
I'll definitely try to make a grab at it if I can.
okay. What is Aurora and Matthew doing?
I was actually scrolling around looking for like a scream skill.
Okay.
But I think I'm gonna take a page out of Jack's book and hit the deck. So I'm just gonna like get down on the ground and like hopefully somewhere near Merceres so I can maybe first aid him or something.
Okay. All right. So you cling behind the large mountain of a man, large mountain of a human being, and all right. And Jack is going to try to grab.
You know, since I saw how Merceres is grabbing it, it didn't work out. I'm gonna like take my shovel and just try to like bat it out of the air. Just
bat
like,
it out of the air.
slam it
Okay.
into the ground.
That'll be a brawl roll.
All right, I will attempt that brawl roll. Brawl starts with the letter B.
Mm-hmm. It's underneath fighting.
It's underneath fighting. That's why I can't find it.
Yeah.
All right. So you slam it with the shovel and it hits the ground. It actually bounces off the ground and skitters underneath a like a shelving unit.
I'll like stand guard over it, see if it comes out again.
Matthew, you see over on the wall, it seems like there is glowing paint behind the wood, behind the slats over here. It looks like that symbol that you saw at the church. You actually think you can see the symbol through the wood.
Yeah, there's been way too much that's happened to have now not convinced me. I'm more on a mission. I'm not sure who had the crowbar, but I just instinctually, wherever the crowbar is, I grab it. And as soon as I see that eminence of light, I just start hitting the wall with the crowbar, trying to get into and closer to the light.
Okay, roll your strength. All right, Maximus, you're pointing and you went, oh shit. Aurora, you've kind of ducked and seem to be safe. And I feel bad now. Happy Halloween. So
38 out of 38 and strength is 40.
Okay. All right. So you're peeling away the wood from the wall. And what's Maximus doing?
He's gonna just back up into like a corner and just be like, I hope this thing doesn't look at me.
I want to be nondescript as possible. I am the wall. I am the walrus. Cuckoo choo. All right.
I will stealth into the wall.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll.
Oh, damn, there is a stealth roll. Okay. Let's see here. All right. 68,
Out of
25, 23.
okay, you think you're hidden. You're not. It's not as though that you're completely wrapped up in the idea that you're hidden, but you think you're good. It doesn't seem to see you.
If I don't see it, it won't see me.
Around that time, Matthew finally pulls away the last piece of clapboard there, and there is a door on the other side of the wall, underside of the wooden wall there. A bunch of rats just start to pour out from the wall. They squeak and they make a bit of a cacophony as rats now seem to make the floor look like moving water as they exit the wall and start to climb up out of the stairs. They're
Okay.
leaving.
I'm
There goes
certainly
the
getting
neighborhood.
off the floor.
A couple of them actually like skittered over the top of you.
Ugh.
The crowd surfing.
While
So
I'm
that-
being grossed out, can I like attempt to first aid Mercedes, or is he like? I mean, my first aid's low, but can I at least attempt?
Yeah, you can attempt as long as he lets you.
Do I have your permission, sir? I'm trained in first aid.
Well, absolutely, please, because I definitely need it.
Okay,
Just real
I'm-
quick, while she's doing that, oh, never mind. I'll wait.
Good, you didn't
No,
kill
that's
her.
ridiculous.
You didn't kill him.
Ooh. I want to clarify. Am I still boxing the floating knife? Is that what's happening right now? Or
The knife got slammed down into the
Okay.
ground and got skittered underneath one of the cabinets or one of the shelving units. So no,
That-
you're not still boxing the knife.
okay, just double checking. Okay,
Knife's been neutralized for now.
that's good.
Mhm.
My first aid skills failed us all, so
Yeah.
yes.
She ties off she kind of covers it up with a piece of fabric or something, and so you're not bleeding all over the place. You haven't received any hit points back, but
Well, we gotta finish this. Matt,
Yeah, I've continued after. I'm assuming that I've completely defiled myself after having that entire experience, but still being kind of resolved to get through the other side. If I made it into the other room, or am I able to, using the crowbar,
you
get
found a
past?
door, I think.
Oh,
I
okay,
think there was a door, right?
yeah, there is a door.
perfect. Go up to the door, and I just kind of, in a not as loud of a voice, but I'm saying, I know you're here. I feel it. And I put my hand on the door and I turn the knob.
You are right. I am here.
Right when you said that, your screen like rid like your whole body, and only your head showed up. So want to make
Thank
note
you,
of-
Zoom, for being extra creepy.
I immediately regret doing that.
So you open up the door and you see there are three or four wooden pallets in the middle of the room, and there is a wizened figure, maybe 6.5 foot tall. All of his skin has been dried and desiccated and pulled taut to the bones. It looks frail. It looks almost as though it's paper. He is not wearing anything, just that. You can tell he might have been Jewish at birth and during the first part of his life. With that, he doesn't stand as though he lifts up, back arms straight, and just lifts up to full height. He's about 6.5 foot tall. So he's about the same height as Marceres, and a little bit, a little bit smaller, or a little bit taller than Jack, because Jack's not too small either. has very large eyes, and the eyes, when he stands, seem to light a flame and cast their own glow. His nose looks as though it's been carved off, like the one that should not be named, and some sort of chain rests around his neck. He lifts up his hand and then moves it. I'm going to need a luck roll from everybody again, except for Matthew.
It all pays off.
Oh, Aurora.
Your luck has run out.
Oh,
98.
Ooh.
Oh, ho, ho.
61.
This was the wrong door to open.
Oh,
You should have just
what
gone.
the hell?
We should have just gone to a Red Sox game, everybody. This is terrible.
Oh, all right. Ooh, yuck. So, yeah, the knife flies out quickly, and both Aurora and Marceres get stabbed in rapid succession as it flies and just slices you. Both of you roll 1d4 plus 2.
You're on mute, Michael.
That's 4 total.
Okay, so you take another 4 points, and you take 3 points, Aurora, as you get sliced and you get sliced across the back and across your shoulders. It burns. Marceres, it goes for your right hand, your right arm. Yeah,
Not my boxing hand.
it's going for your moneymaker,
No.
and it cuts into you. Now, how many hit points do you have?
3.
Cool.
Yeah, you're not doing good at all. You're losing a lot of blood. All right. So what are we doing about Mr. Corbett?
So he's got a chain that's attaching him to.
No, it's just around his neck like it's a necklace.
Oh, okay.
His mouth and his mouth opens up, and you see he's got long teeth. Not pointy teeth, just long, because all of the gums have recessed. And the smell of rotting corn comes from this room. It's
Hi.
very sweet.
So
Hi, the player. Don't know if this is gonna work, but Jack is gonna splash him with the holy water.
Okay. So yeah, splash more holy water. What is Maximus doing? What is Matthew doing?
So Matthew is kind of, again, stood up in full resolve. Says, "We know who you are now, Mr. Corb. We know you're here. And unless you want us to burn this whole thing down and take you, you'll never hurt anyone else again. It ends now. We get you either somewhere safe or you stop this. It all comes down. It ends right now."
Okay. And what's Maximus doing? I'm surprised Maximus has not run up the stairs and said, "Fuck this, I'm out."
He's to his shot. What would a rich boy who thought he was going to be able to buy this property do? I think he's going to shit himself.
All right.
It's a free action.
Yeah, like, I'm going to say that's a.
And then and just go. I'm gonna use the rest. I'm gonna need to go this way real quickly. It's gonna start trying to inch away.
Okay. All right. Matthew, go ahead and give me a persuade roll.
Nice. 13, and I've got a persuade of 60.
Okay. He lowers his hand, and you hear the knife hit the ground. Talk.
As I said, we were not here to harm you. But this house, one way or another, all of this destruction, it ends now. We'll send you to another place.
No. Give me one of you. I need to walk freely again.
Does anyone else hear this conversation?
Everybody hears this conversation.
I'll stop myself from splashing holy water at him since the conversation seems to be going on.
I yell, "You're not taking any of this!" And with my right hand just messed up, I'm gonna knock him out with my left.
All right. All right.
And-
So you're gonna run up and
gonna-
punch him. All right.
Just Superman, just right in the teeth.
Then I will belatedly throw the holy water after you.
Okay.
And as I feel Mercedes behind me, I'm gonna reach down and try and grab for the knife.
Okay. The knife is at Aurora's feet because she was the last one to get stabbed. That's a good idea,
okay.
Matthew. But all right. So Mercedes, go ahead and give me a brawl roll, my friend.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, 4.
0-4.
Hmm.
0-4.
All right. Roll 1d4. And then you also, I believe, have a size bonus for unarmed combat. One d4 is the damage, and where do. Give me a second here.
Says, I don't see anything that says, oh wait. I have a build +1. I don't know if that means anything. I don't know. Punching ghost.
Okay, what is your strength? Is a so you're at 160. Holy. Okay, so yeah, so it's actually 2d4.
Oh, okay. So the first one was a 2. Second one is a 1. So 3 total.
So 6 points of damage because we're doubling it since you critically hit, rolled a critical hit. So you smashed him, and part of his jaw goes flying off. His skin seems to be made of paper. He seems to be nearly fragile. He's very strong, but fragile nonetheless.
I hate paper.
All right. Matthew, you reach behind and Jack, you toss holy water on him and it gets him wet. And you
That's
see
what I thought.
you see his chest where it hits. His chest seems to moisturize a little bit. And it goes from a gray to a slight pink color. Only just a little bit. All right. Matthew, you're able to grab hold of the knife. And Aurora, you see he's grabbing the knife unless you want to grab hold of the knife.
No, I think he can grab the knife because I'm busy trying to like check my own vitals to make sure that I didn't get stabbed in like a lung or something important.
You got stabbed across the top of your shoulders.
Okay.
So
So
yeah,
I can't go like this.
yeah. Going like that would not work out so well.
Okay. No, he can still grab the knife anyway because I'm not super strong or
Okay.
anything like that, so that's okay. I don't really know. I don't know what I want to do.
Okay.
Honestly, I think I might just hang out here for a second.
All right, Matthew, you've got your knife.
Oh, but I will yell at Jack to stop wetting him because he seems to be gaining skin. And
It's the only holy water I have. Listen.
clearly it's not holy if it's not making holes in him.
We haven't blessed
Let's not
it
make
yet,
him
possibly.
whole.
I mean, it's keep punching him.
Can I assume at this point that Mercedes has him grappled? Is he like full attention on Mercedes?
Mercedes has tossed a few punches at him. He is engaged in combat with Mercedes.
So at whatever level he has him engaged, maybe at the kind of from the waist up, I'd like to kind of go and get him from the legs down and see if we can just pick him up and get him down to the ground.
Oh, you're gonna try grappling him. All right, cool. Go ahead, give me a brawl roll.
Perfect. So 17 and brawl of 20.
All right.
25. Yeah.
You're able to, you both of you combined with your powers combined, you're able to pitch him over, and he ends up lying back on his back again. Matthew, you kind of have him pinned. Mercedes, you're atop him. Maximus, scary stuff going on. Are we still downstairs, or have you headed upstairs yet?
There's no phones in 1920, huh?
There are phones, but there is no phone here.
As a rich boy, would I have my own phone?
Not. There is no cellular phones.
Okay.
I mean, running away. So here's the thing, guys. Running away is not a bad option.
I wonder. How far is the police?
About a block and a half away.
All right. He's gonna run to the police.
Okay.
And see if there's if he can get his buddy to send something over here.
All right. So you run up the stairs and you head out. The door is wide open. As soon as you step onto the front porch, the door slams shut and you hear the locks engaging.
I don't know why I wanted to buy this house.
All right, back downstairs. It is now pinned. I've given you a hint about his skin being dry and paper-like.
Yeah. I mean, we could either just try to tear him apart, or we could try to like put him in a bath and see if it like does something to him.
That's not where I was going with that, but yeah, you could try to do that.
We can try to light him on fire.
I guess that's the opposite of that thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because apparently wetting him is just like re-giving him life. We don't want to give him life. We want to.
It might dispel the crazy, but yes, let's set him on fire. That's good too. I like that as well.
Yes. Okay. Who has matches?
Luckily, most people smoke in the 1920s.
This is true.
Or proper gentlemen have lighters or matches. Also possible gentlewomen as well, depending on their own, their own proclivities for the tobacco. So actually, you know what? Those of you that are down here that think that they might have lighter on them, give me a luck roll to see if you brought fire.
Did I bring fire?
Let's see.
Luck. No.
I mean, if we can find two
are we all
sticks,
allowed to roll?
Maximus, you're on your way out. I mean, you could try to burn the house down from outside.
Oh no, I just meant that like I just wanted to roll to see if I had like some kind of expensive, some kind of like lighter thing that he brings around.
Actually, you know what? We're gonna say that you do. Like you're running and you're a little bit out of breath, so you light a cigarette because that's kind of the thing. Because you need to calm down. You definitely have fire, but it doesn't come into play right now.
Holy shit! Oh fuck!
Matthew, luck roll.
89. Terrible.
Nobody is a cigarette smoker. Marceres.
100.
Nope. No cigarettes whatsoever.
So
this is a good.
Start
so would anyone have seen me like?
You have to have a lighter. You have to have a lighter. Come back.
The kitchen. There's candles all over. I'll run upstairs.
Would anyone have seen me walk out while I was like Puffing my smoke.
There's a locked door between us and you.
Yeah, no, you're outside. You're headed toward the police station.
I'll run
Okay.
upstairs and
Sorry.
see if I can find something in the kitchen. That's where there'd be
Give me a spot hidden in luck while he is going to attempt to reactivate the knife. Matthew, go ahead and give me a strength roll as he's trying to get the knife out of your hand.
Could I roll something?
Oh! Sorry. Critical success.
Ooh. Can I roll something to see if I would have accidentally dropped this in my my lighter in my haste of running away?
No, we're gonna
Damn
say
it.
Damn
Okay.
it's a fantastic thing. Is like if we're thinking about this as a movie, they're all like, somebody get a lighter. I don't have a lighter, and then you're like off screen in another in another scene being like. All right, much better now. Closing the lighter, putting it in your pocket. It's a perfect scene.
That's amazing. Okay.
Jack, you actually do find a very nice pipe lighter and a box of Blue Strike Anywhere matches and a novena candle and a small blowtorch.
Just grab them all. Just grab the whole set of them.
Yes, because you rolled so well.
and run back downstairs and just like kind of spill them out in front of everyone.
Okay.
But maintain my hold on the blowtorch.
Matthew, did you
Yeah, I had a 72 with a power of 70, so I was gonna use a couple of luck points.
Oh, you're gonna use I was gonna have you roll strength, but you're gonna use power.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll and use your luck points.
Okay.
And to get you to succeed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You feel as though that the knife will obey you.
Perfect. As I'm having this sense that the knife is relaxing in my hand and it almost kind of begins to beckon to my call, I say, this is your last chance. This is your last chance. And I take it and I kind of try and mentally or psionically point it at him and then have it stop. If I'm able to, I would push this knife to get right at its throat and leave it right there.
You lose 2 magic points and it flies from your hand and stabs into his throat. Unfortunately, you are not strong enough and knowing how to take care of it. Yep, that looks about right. And there is fluid inside.
Right.
Marceres, excuse me.
I headbutt him.
All right, brawl roll. In previous editions, headbutt was an actual skill.
Ah,
They rolled it all into, because they had punch and they had kick and headbutt, but they all rolled it into brawl. But it was always great to pump up the headbutt skill. What did you get?
A 92.
Oh, so you headbutt him.
Oh boy.
Matthew, you see Marceres go limp.
Oh,
Knocked
I used the
yourself
wrong-
out.
I used the wrong part of my head.
Yeah.
When
Aurora.
that knife, just a point of order for when that knife went in, was there any kind of liquid or anything that came out? So he didn't respond at all to having a knife penetrate him, is what I'm understanding. Okay.
Not at all. Aurora, there is Jack runs by you and kind of throws something in your hand. Did you throw the pipe lighter or
it's in the pipe
match-
lighter, yeah.
okay? So you've got a pipe lighter in hand.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna go to start in his head, I guess, and I'll just try to light his paper hair on fire.
Okay. He starts to go up. Jack, what are you doing?
Kind of go around trying to light different parts of him.
Okay.
Same. I'm just gonna like crank some flames at him
Okay.
with this thing.
All right. So you let loose a gout of flame. And he starts to, so now you have a flaming undead guy around you, and he stands back up since no one is currently holding him down because Marceres has been knocked unconscious.
Whoops.
I'm gonna deal with that later.
You're not dead. You're just, yeah. because you would have rolled 1d4 plus 1d4 for your brawl damage plus your damage bonus. So you would have done a minimum of 2 points of damage. I'm only going to do 2 points of damage. You're dropping you down to 1, knocking you unconscious. That's why I did that. So that was behind the scenes on that. All right. So now he's on fire and he's standing back up and he's got the dagger in his throat. Matthew.
Novella's restrained. So you said in this room, what are other elements in this room? You said there was some like some wooden containers in the room. What
Pallets,
else is
yeah.
some wooden pallets? Is there any other flammable debris, or is there anything else that looks like it could catch on fire relatively easy?
There is a table with some paperwork on it that you could possibly throw onto him to add him more flammable. There's also a crowbar that you utilize to break down the door for items that are still still in play, if you will.
I'll try and is the table with maybe assistance? Is it light enough that I could pick it up and then we could try and shove him into a corner with the table and almost try and pin him in?
That's a fantastic idea. Who are you gonna have do that?
At this, let's say, I think Jack. Is Jack back down?
Yeah.
Jack came back down with fire, and he and Aurora have helped light him a flame.
I'm here for it.
Beautiful. Jack, grab the side of that table really quick, and let's get him into that corner and pin him in.
Yeah.
All right, both you go ahead and roll your strength.
Up here, top. Strong.
Oh, nice. 10.
Crowbars are flammable if it's hot enough.
Ha. I will burn 3 luck points to turn that into a success.
Okay. All right. You end up pinning him against the wall. Aurora, they have him pinned. Would you like to do anything?
I'm gonna take some of the wooden pallets or whatever
Yeah.
they are, and just start dragging some over and try to throw it on them.
Okay.
To just kind of hopefully make the flames bigger and extinguish him. Hopefully.
The flames do get bigger, and you notice that they're starting to climb up onto the wooden ceiling of the house, or not of the house, but of the room. And you see the flames are starting to lick there. Maximus, you're at the police station. Stevens looks at you. Hey, you look like you're out of breath.
It's all the smoke.
Oh, fuck. This isn't helping. House. What's happening? Oh, son. Peep. Help.
Calm down there, son.
Oh, God. I don't know what the fuck's going on in that house. What
house?
I tell him which house I forget.
Corbett house. Okay.
Yeah, the Corbett house.
All right. So he starts to rally the troops. All right, everybody else. You see the house is starting to catch flame. Marceres is still out. He's pinned against the wall and he slumps as you see his feet kind of go straight, and he's still leaning up against the wall and disappears in the conflagration.
I'll try to grab Marceres and throw him over. I guess I'm not gonna throw him over his shoulder. He's huge. And try.
You're not that small yourself. Give me a strength roll.
Yeah, I'll try to drag him. I guess. Out of there. I will make a strength roll, which is over here. Bam.
Okay. You drag him. Where are you dragging him to?
Up, out, away.
Okay. Anybody else doing? Everybody else kind of leaving the basement as it starts to fill with smoke.
Seems like a pretty good idea. And while Marceres is being dragged, I'll try to first aid him again, just to see I don't know, throw bandages on wounds as they're being dragged away.
Give me a first aid roll.
Oh, and of course it fails again. So I just heap cloth on him, my scarf is just thrown on his stomach as he's
maybe holy water would work on him.
Wash away the wounds. All right. we're gonna say that you guys make it up to the stairs and you see you're back at the long hallway. Where's my token? The door is wide open.
Great.
Smoke is starting to billow up from the basement.
Book it.
You guys get outside, and as soon as the last person leaves, the door slams shut. And everyone hears laughter. And all of the grass in the front of the house goes down to a well-maintained level. And the paint on the house seems to return back to a nice level. Like a well done, might need some work. Maximus is there. Maximus is kind of standing behind a bunch of police officers that have now appeared. And we're going to leave it at that as you're looking at the police officers and all of your friends.
Whew.
So that is the haunting.
That's terrible. I need closure.
No, I love that because like we either solved it or we didn't, and like who knows?
Do you know what this is gonna do to my dreams tonight?
I'm
Oh,
so
man.
sorry.
You don't get closure.
I love it.
Oh
Hey, I
my.
gotta split, but I've enjoyed playing with all of you. Thank you for doing this thing. I'll see you around.
Bye,
All right.
Sam.
Be
Have a
well.
good night.
Take care, Sam.
Take care. If you guys want to stick around and chat for a bit, I'm available. But that's the end of our show. Thank you folks for watching with us and enjoying Call of Cthulhu, The Haunting.